You're listening to the Loudmouth Radio Network. Have you ever thought about what it may take to reprogram your mind to become the person that you desire or dream to be? Albert Einstein has a quote: "Try not to become a person of success, but rather a person of value." And I think that what that says is character traits, qualities. And those qualities have a way of presenting themselves in the way we talk to people, the way we interact with people, the way we show up for people, the way we handle people. All of these things outside of our vocal communication is communicating to others. So a lot of times how people are receiving you has a lot to do with your energy field and how you're coming and how you're presenting yourself. And so I know for myself, I have been actively working towards the shaping of what I see for myself at this point in my life, right? What is it that I desire for myself? What am I aiming to do? How am I spending my time? And in spending that time, where is the value of it? The other side of it is, what can I do more to find myself feeling more enjoyable and more intentional about the things that I'm doing? And what that led me to think, and what that led me to, was to process the fact that my mindset is probably the biggest and the most important thing first to address. What is my mindset towards the things that I'm doing, the mindset of my life, the mindset of my goals? What are the interactions amongst people do I desire to have? How do I feel like I want to show up for myself each and every day? How do I want to show up to the world? How do I want to show up within my relationships with friends, family, and whatever? All of that starts and pivots from my mindset and where I feel I can make true connection. And that connection for me has to be that I'm okay with it. And in that feeling, it has to be generated from a level of purpose, at least for me. So I think it's so important that we recognize that the way we are developing, it always comes down to how we find ourselves thinking and what we've decided for ourselves. So I have just made it an intention that I want to reprogram my mind for the success that I desire. And that in itself gives me the aptitude to ignite certain things about myself or develop more about myself that maybe needed some attention or needed to be adjusted accordingly. Because each and every time that we show up and interact with somebody, we're leaving some of our energy with that person. So you got to ask yourself, how you showing up to the world? How are you showing up for yourself? Y'all, let's have this discussion. You know what time it is. It's Monday, and it's time for Sunday's Monday Motivation. Let's go. Welcome to Loudmouth Radio Network. My name is Sonny. As a former professional athlete turned entrepreneur realtor and the producer of Loudmouth Radio Network, I look forward to bringing content to you that empowers, inspires, and entertains you. Tune in each week as we have unscripted and unfiltered talks from entrepreneurship, real estate, politics, entertainment, comedy, LGBTQ topics, day-to-day life, and everything in between. All shows available on demand 24/7 on your favorite podcast platforms. Fast hauling, junk removal, and demolition is serving the Hemet, San Jacinto, and Temecula Valley areas, providing affordable junk and bulk pickup services. Whether you're in need of home or business pickup, fast hauling and demolition is available 7 days a week at 951-378-2727. In need of a fast demolition? Looking to build or remodel? Fast demolition is available to tear down and rebuild your kitchen, patio, bathroom, floors, walls, ceilings, and more. Fast hauling and demolition also provides front and backyard services if you're in need of trim of small palm trees, yard removal of debris, and more. Contact them at 951-378-2727.
Hey girl, come stop by Double Meek Dub, located off of 211 North State Street in Hemet, California, 92543. We offer eyelash extensions, brow waxing, brow lamination, ombre powder brows, as well as 2-day lash courses, so come get meeked up.
This is Sylvia.
And Tito from Hemet.
And you're listening to Loudmouth Radio Network.
I think that there's been a huge amount of people coming forward and understanding the significance of mindset and the personal development space and the self-help, those areas of like this segment, motivation, right? There's a reason for that. Because at this point in our society, I think that we're dealing with a lot of like social madness. We're at a point where people are swayed so easily by what they see visually. I remember I did this show some months back about social optics, because unfortunately, from children all the way up to adults, we are constantly accessible to what things are appearing to be because of social media and television and the the different crafts of things that are being produced and put in front of us in the media and so many different places and in newspapers and magazines. And so there's a lot of hype when it comes to so many things. And we wonder why our society is dealing with high levels of bullying and suicide and self-development issues of self-esteem and things of that nature that is very much challenged by the interaction of peers and the expectations that people are developing about themselves because of how someone else says or treats you or makes you feel like you should be following this trend, or you should look like this, or you should wear your hair like this, you should dress like this, you should drive this kind of car. If you don't, you haven't arrived, or you should make this kind of money, or you should live in this type of house. Or do you get my point? There's a lot of expectations on the outside world. So it's so important that you work on your inner, you work on your mindset, and you have to establish what success means for you. It does not necessarily mean the same level of what somebody else measures. It does not mean that you look at your friends or, your coworkers or people that you admire and measure yourself in an inappropriate way. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being motivated in the right way, but there's a fine line to that. And you want to be mindful of how you viewing yourself as it conjuncts to someone else or other things that may be where you want to be, or maybe is something that you desire to have or establish or accomplish. So I know you might be like, well, Sonny, if I'm not measuring myself against this, then maybe I'm not looking at the way objectively of how I can achieve it. And I'm not saying that you can't look at things and measure things, but I am saying that you have to be conscious and aware of yourself in the immediate space that you're in. And don't forget that where you are is still just as prevalent as where you wanted to go. And taking account of the present towards what your goal is ahead of you. The other day I was listening to this podcast and this woman was talking about age and ageism and society, and she made a comment that was really, really deep. And she said that when you look at the road behind you, there's a lot more of road behind you than it is ahead of you. In other words, a lot of the things that you have done are your past accomplishments or past experiences or past moments and times you've explored, you've already exceeded whatever that time. Like it's wherever you are right now is a certain time. Earlier today has already gone. This morning has already come and gone. right? The evening or the afternoon may be ahead of you. But in this moment, you have an opportunity to do whatever it is that you can do in the present that eventually will become another moment behind you. And the truth of the matter is that every day we're on earth, we're getting closer to the next level of our internal life, to where we may not be in the same physical form that we're in correctly right now. Right? As my friend said, you get closer to death each day. Not deliberately saying that, because I don't want anybody to feel like they're just going to die tomorrow. But hopefully you guys get my point when I'm saying that. That, we are at a point of reverence of ourselves each and every moment that we're proactively doing something or proactively here existing. There's some measurement that you can take. Either you've done something in a time or you didn't. You could have just been there. You could have just been existing. And, so how did you use the time that you had last week? And you said, well, you know what? I want to get this certification. I want to get this new gadget. What did you do hours ago, days ago, weeks ago to help you get closer to what that is on the end goal of what you said you wanted to be or do? So it is a constant elapse of time happening. And the one thing that we can control is our minds and the way our attitudes toward things are. So it's become extremely important that at times you just kind of take an account for what's going on and see how well you're navigating your life and how well are you accomplishing some of the things that you're setting out to do. And I know I talk about that a lot because we're all here because we're still living within our purpose. I believe that a lot of the times when people stop necessarily having a purpose, or having the ability of moment of wanting to exist and live, you're getting closer to death. You're literally allowing a part of you to die. Now, there's a very unique thing about the transition of our lives. There is areas that sometimes you do need to wean away from, and you do need to let quote unquote die and dissolve away. But sometimes you have things that you just necessarily need to adjust. You may not need to completely kill it. You may just need to adjust. You may need to reprogram the way you go about doing it. Or maybe you need to adjust your lens a little bit about the way you've been viewing it, or how you've been approaching it, or how you've been handling it. Maybe it doesn't require you to totally, kill it, but maybe you just need to adjust some. The best part about it is only you can pattern what that looks like. Only you can decide what that is, or how it takes effect in your life and how you allow it to resonate. And I believe that we're all capable of achieving and being so much more. I know that in levels of sometimes under pressure, people show up in a way in which they didn't even knew they had, certain superpowers. They didn't believe that they could maybe accomplish or complete things in a time frame in which they might have been given. But because they were put under so much pressure to either show up or not, for those who decided to take the step forward to keep moving, they usually could look back and say, wow, I got through that. I actually did that. I really worked my way through something that I didn't think that I could. Or I accomplished something that I didn't even think I could measurably do. And those are things that are good moments for us as humans. That's something to relish in, and that's something to take an account in. And it helps to build up the next aspect of your life that you're looking to conquer or achieve. So I just wanted to, I'm not going to be too deep today on this factor. I just feel like sometimes we just need reminders that today is the day to remember who you are and who you desire to be, and work something towards every day towards a closer to that thing. And if you need to adjust something, do it. Maybe you're really not fulfilling certain areas in your life because you haven't decided to. You haven't made a conscious decision to say, okay, enough of this already. This is the direction I want to go, and this is why, and this is how I'm going to see it through. and know that that's good enough too. And you got to remember to enjoy the little things along the way, because that's another thing. You can lose sight of the small things, and gratitude is huge. To keep a level of gratitude, even if you're not a huge spiritual person, you're not a person that's of a sanctioned religion, you still can have gratitude for whatever it is that you're getting to witness and see and do. So to wake up in the morning, to be able to get up and walk, to be able to talk, to be able to hear, to be able to see, to be able to eat, to be able to swallow. There's so many things that we take for granted because we've been doing. Our body has muscle memory. We've been engaging in if you're a teenager, you've been up walking, running, and doing all the things that you've been doing a long time. If you're an adult, you've had decades of opportunity of doing this. Some of the most simplest things, but are we giving gratitude to them? Are we recognizing them, that those are things we get to do, that we get to show up, we get to breathe, we get to live, we get to accomplish, we even get to fail. And failing is even sometimes a bigger accomplishment than the success, because that meant that you tried something, you went about it, even if you didn't fully get to where you needed to do or achieve, you still put forth the effort to try to do it. Whether that's in a task, a hobby, a relationship, a friendship, a job, a business, it doesn't matter. We're here to be to have life expression, and to have these experiences, and to see and to navigate what that is and what it looks like, because each one of us has our own heart, and that beat of that heart is in your temple, in your body, which means that as long as that is actively moving, you got an opportunity to be something, to do something. So why not do it? Why not take the chance and throw yourself completely to it? And give it the opportunity that it deserves. And maybe you might come out on the other side the way you wanted to. You might even exceed what your thought process was. You may even exceed what the goal was, or the ambition was, or the quota. Right? All my people that are in sales, how many times have you blown out a quota that was given because they set a bridge, they set a mark, and you knew what the mark was. You understood the assignment, and then you showed up and you exceeded it. Why? Because you kept showing up and you kept going at it. So we can show up and do that in our jobs and in our friendships and our relationships. We need to do that for ourselves, because the stronger that we are and we do the things for us, the better we are showing up for everybody else. And I believe that we're all capable of being that and much more. So guys, this is my little tip. Reprogram your mind for the success that you desire, your desire, because it is a real thing. As long as you can think it, you can conceive it. All right. I appreciate you guys allowing me to have these few minutes of your time on Monday. And I hope that you're already on the path in which you wanted to start your week, and that you finish it strong. Until later, next time we'll talk. Peace. You Need Tent 2, located at 3118 Emory Street Northwest in Unit B in Covington, Georgia, is dedicated to delivering high-quality tent workmanship and excellent customer service. You Need Tent 2 has a variety of tent shade options and films ready to be installed with a lifetime manufacturer's warranty. So stop by today. You Need Tent 2 is the go-to destination for professional window and tenting services. Don't forget to visit us online at youneedtent2.com. And don't forget to tell them that Loudmouth Radio sent you. Blue Line Enterprises, located at 1455 North State Street in Hemet, is the go-to used car and truck dealership, providing you with a great car buying experience, offering high-quality pre-owned vehicles. From the moment you walk through the door, commitment is provided to you for a great buying experience with a skilled sales staff, great financing options. We'll help you get the vehicle you want at the great price you deserve. Contact us at 951-293-3105 and feel free to find us online at BlueLineEnterprisesLLC.com.
Hi, this is Cindy Lemke from the Hemet San Jacinto Valley Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here to invite you to learn more about the Chamber. We have networks ongoing, so you can join us at a breakfast at J&M Restaurant at 9 a.m. every Wednesday. Breakfast is on you, networking is on us. And then we have Women in Business, we have the Multicultural Network, and we have the Valley Nonprofit Network. And then we also have our monthly mixer. Any one of those things, you can be my guest. Give me a call at the office for more information or tell me you're coming. 951-658-3211, or you can check us out on the website, hsjvc.com. That's like Hemet San Jacinto Valley Chamber.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day, and don't forget to join the Chamber and help your business grow.
Cynthia Sweet Treats, located at 1259 South State Street in Hemet. We are located in the Diamond Valley Shopping Center. Come in and enjoy some puff pastries, custom cakes, cupcakes, mini desserts, handmade pastries, fresh breads, cookies, and event catering. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8:30 to 3 p.m., and Sundays we are closed. If you have any questions, go ahead and call the store, which is 951-282-3237. You can also find our website at cynthiasweettreats.co.